Elon Musk dropped a bomb and nobody listened to it. I've been seeing this quite often. So he mentioned something in the earnings release call that is fundamental for the success of Tesla, and nobody picked it up. Listen in.
Something that people don't really even know much about is our internal applications team that writes the core technology that runs the company. We are not dependent on enterprise software. Like, for those who understand what this means, this is a very big deal. And my hat is off to the great work of the internal applications team. They write the nervous system, the operating system of the company, the Tesla operating system. Extremely fundamental.
What the heck is an enterprise software? What is an operating system? And why is that of any importance? So it's kind of a little bit of coincidence that I've been, working in my professional business life. I've been working 20 years in enterprise software, or B2B, business to business software. As a general manager, as a salesman, I've been trying to convince companies to buy software that they need to operate, to run their organization. Most of us, most consumers, never get in touch with enterprise software because it's for enterprises and not for consumers. So it's a software that helps you to organize, to manage, to structure your business, to execute, to control, to do actually everything. And we all know there are different departments and companies like finance, like planning, like production, like sourcing, purchasing, customer relation, you name it. There's a huge variety of different departments, and each department has interest in certain specific goals to manage their operation. For that, they need software. And in the past, there's been only very few companies who are providing those. You certainly have heard about SAP or Oracle, which are providers of enterprise software, beside many others. And actually all companies I know and I've been working with in my life, and I've been working with a ton of companies, they all buy enterprise software from providers who are specialized in developing solutions for certain processes. So it's nothing unusual, everybody is doing that, and those companies are buying software from Oracle, SAP and others, and they implement them. So what? Companies are using software, they buy software from other software companies, and usually the software is supposed to be good, right? So what is the big deal here from what Elon is telling us? It is really a big deal, simply because I've been talking to hundreds of companies going through long assessment and evaluation processes, and the top managers and the mid managers explain to me in detail why they need certain solutions that are able to do certain things. And me as an external sales guy, I've been trying to make my deal, and I'm trying to convince them that the software we have is good enough to support their processes. And the prospect, the company, is trying to explain to me why the software tool is not good enough, because they have very specific processes that need to be supported. And without those, their customers are not loving the products anymore, or costs are an issue, or service quality is an issue. And guess what? These people have been darn right, because they did know what they talk about. In 2013, the CIO of Tesla made a clear statement that most of the software, the enterprise software, is already homegrown. And he continued that the speed and agility Tesla needed could not be found in the market. He mentioned SAP, but they certainly also looked in Oracle, IBM, and other players. If you have a company like Tesla, which is highly vertical integrated, and expanding even in terms of their vertical integration all the time, you need a company that has seamless processes in between the different parts of the organization, as well as in between the different departments. And this is something nobody can provide from the open market. I mean, yes, you can work with SAP and Oracle or Software AG or you name it. Yes, you can do that. But you have to adjust certain processes to these external software tools in order to be able to use them. So you are restricted in your flexibility, in your ability to do something. And here it comes. The big difference from Tesla is that they don't compromise. There is zero compromise. They do exactly the processes, they run them, they execute them as they want to achieve the maximum profit, the maximum cost reduction, the maximum customer satisfaction. And they have their internal team that is developing the solution. Now, you may say, well, why is nobody else doing that? Well, because they can't. You have to have an extremely strong and good team who is able to develop these complex tools and software solutions just for your own organization. Think about it. What Tesla is doing here is something other organizations are doing, and they are selling it 100,000 times in order to, manage the costs associated with the design, with the development, with the customization, with the implementation. And they do it in a way that at the end of the day, Tesla can play their competitive edge in the market fully, while other companies, other automakers who are working with confectionery softwares, I would call it, that you buy from the market, have to adjust to their suppliers, to their software suppliers. So they can't demand, we want to have it like this and that. I mean, they can, but they never get what they're asking for. And at the end of the day, it will remain a compromise. And companies who are cost restricted, they just can't customize the solutions in a way that they can really bring it to the maximum in terms of, benefits for their organization. This is huge. I just can't say how much I appreciate or I'm astonished about the internal abilities of Tesla to develop and to continue to improve their software tools. It's amazing. It's underappreciated, and I fully understand that this is a little bit outside of the knowledge base of a normal consumer, because this is happening kind of internally in the, in the enterprises without you as a customer or supplier really, understanding what's happening there unless something goes wrong. But even then, it's hard to understand what kind of processes companies are running, and you usually don't get to know it because, again, this is competitive edge, this is, intellectual property, and this is secret sauce. So companies don't tell you about it. And the same is true for Tesla. They have developed a solution that is definitely superior to that what we see in the market today from other automakers, from other large corporations. And it's a secret advantage nobody is really aware about.